Sweet. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great Monday. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this Facebook Live. We got JC Chanowski on here. What's up, bro?
What's going on, Mike? How are you?
Living the dream. I know most people just say that when they're not, but I actually am living the dream.
I,
So,
I see it, brother. I see it all the
yeah,
time. I love it.
sweet. Yeah, man. And you just got back from living the dream over in Europe, right?
Yeah, 12 days in Italy with my two amazing daughters. It was an incredible trip. Blessed to have the experience and just lasting memories for a lifetime there.
Yeah, that's amazing. How old are your daughters?
10 and Nixie, my oldest, she turned 13 in Florence. She woke up in Florence and fell asleep in Rome. It was pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I know you're incredibly busy and with your business and growing and building this empire, and we're going to get into your story a little bit too, but I mean, how do you get to travel so much and do all these trips and like have so much fun, dude?
I tell you, it's I've worked with an amazing, incredible team that afford me these opportunities to be able to get out there. I do very little personal travel. The Italy trip was definitely a big one, but a lot of the stuff I do is out speaking engagements, meeting with other business owners, and I'm just so grateful because of what they're doing back home while I'm gone that I'm able to get out there and to meet with people and bless them with the same opportunities that I've had.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Well, I mean, for everyone that's out there, give them a little bit of background on who you are, what you do, and how you got from starting your business where you're at now.
Yeah, so JC Chanowski, I'm in the Wilmington, North Carolina area. Been here off and on since 2000, but really 2014. I started Cape Pure Pro Wash, the first company we have, pressure washing, in 2009 when I got out of the Navy for the first time. Started that with my father and I, and then quickly got called back overseas through the military. So I was gone for quite a few years, ended up moving back to New York. My father kept the company going without me for the 5 years I was gone. I'm so grateful that he did, because when we came back in 2014, we picked the pace back up with things. And then 2016, 17, I said, you know what, Dad, it's time to really start taking things seriously and actually start hiring people. And right about that time, 2016, is when we started Patriot Illumination, our Christmas light division as well. So we went from just dad and son running the truck all day to, at our peak, we had 22 people working with us. And it's just been an incredible journey. Like I said, I'm very blessed to have an amazing team that works beside me all the time, and just continually grow and be able to bless our team to grow personally and professionally among themselves as well.
Yeah. That's cool, man. I know a little bit about you and your story. And for those of you that don't know, this is like the Christmas light king here. Like, this guy throws up some lights. So if that's a business that you're either doing or interested in doing, I don't know, like, man, that's a high profit business. It's a great business, dude, and you're crushing it over there.
Christmas is life for me. I literally live it. I got my Christmas jacket back here. I fly out tomorrow to Vegas to head out to Clipicon for some Christmas light training out there. And you better believe I'll be on that plane with the Christmas blazer, just making everybody smile as I walk through the airport. I mean, I live and breathe Christmas. It's just so much fun for me, and just be able to share my passion and my excitement for it with others I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you had what is it, window cleaning and pressure washing and then Christmas lights. Is that like the revenue streams?
Pretty much. It's more pressure washing than window cleaning, but
Okay.
yeah, those two, yes.
Yeah, sweet. And then so you said you have like how many like recurring or like full-time or dedicated people do you have on your team, and then how many people do you get up to in the peak season?
Yeah, so right now we currently have 14 on staff right now with us, working, all the way from technicians to admin, to general manager. And then peak season, I think again, we did right around 21 at the peak of our Christmas light season. So we do have an influx of seasonal workers for 4 months from end of September to end of January that help us transition into the Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And the company culture amongst the crew and everybody out there really is the driving force for being able to hire short-term personnel that are like rock stars
Yeah.
and can perform at that A level while we're at our busiest time of the year. So we're
Yeah.
very fortunate for that.
Yeah. Well, dude, I love that. And there's probably very few people that are watching this live that have 20 employees on their team, and that's okay. But how do you get from the fear or the position where you're like, dude, we got to take this business seriously, like we've got no guys on our team, to getting 20 employees. Like, what does that look like? Because I mean, that's a lot.
Yes, and it's like I said, thinking back to 2015, 16, when it was just my father and I thought we were good and comfortable and happy, and I realized that we weren't. We were working too hard. We were on the truck, out in the field, answering the phone calls, doing the estimates, sending the invoices, and I wasn't having fun. And I have to have fun doing anything I do. Like that is just the
Yep.
key. If I don't have fun, I can't do it. That's why there's certain career paths that I did not take on because it just wasn't fun to me. So once we started hiring and building our team, then things started getting fun. And it wasn't because they were doing all the work and everything. But for me, when we're at our peak of 22 people working with us, that's 22 families that are being fed because of our company, and be able to provide for them and to their families. And that's what excites me. And all the things that we're able to do and give back to the community as well is the other part of it, because it's not about just what we can gain, it's about what we can give to the community.
Yeah.
So, but once we started hiring, the first hire is always the scariest hire. And then the next hire gets a little bit easier. But then as you move up to the different levels, like my most recent hire was a general manager. That was probably the scariest hire I've had to make in years. Not only financially, but are we ready for this? And it's something I've wanted, but I knew that we needed it. And if I waited another day, another month, another year, it was just going to delay our growth. So just taking a chance and believing in yourself and believing in your team is what's important.
Yeah. Man, I love what you said about just making that leap, because we all get in that position where we're like, man, I'm doing everything. I'm going out, like I'm doing the invoices, I'm doing the actual work. Like, you do have to reach that point where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that motivates you. So if you're out there and you're like, dude, I am so sick of this, like that's good. Use that as fuel to take the next step in your business. Same thing. I think they see people like you and they go, dude, you got 20 employees, like hiring a general manager, like that's just one more employee. Like, dude, that feeling is still there 20 employees later, and however many you've hired and lost in between. But you have to be sick and tired of it, and you've got to take the steps forward, because you know that you're never going to get to the next step. So, dude, I just want to encourage you guys that are watching this, like, it doesn't necessarily change. It just gets a little easier because you've been through and you've done the repetition.
Yeah, and the big thing too is I think we all wait till it's like too late to hire, and because we feel that we can't afford them, we can't get the work for them, or we don't have the capacity for them. And that's where it gets really hard, because at that point, depending on what industry you're in, if like you're pressure washing and you're going into April, springtime, you're slammed and you don't have time to take out a day to go train them and train the office and train the pressure washing technicians. So you need to plan ahead for that, so that, if you can hire in February or March, I know we're past it, but for next year or other seasons, to hire ahead when you're a little bit slower. I know you're going to take a little bit of crunch on your income there, but if you're ahead of the game going into your peak season, then the benefit outweighs that cost.
Yep. 2 steps back to go 5 forward.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, you're right, man. Because that's what happens. You get in the peak season, you don't have the time for it. And then you're like, man, I need a guy. And I see it happen so many times. And I know you've coached other people as well. It's like, they'll be like, man, I need a guy like yesterday. They bring this guy on, and then they're like, here's the one. Here, go out, pressure wash this thing. No, dude, he sucks.
Yep.
He's terrible. I don't know what's going on. And then they're like, see, no one wants to work. And it's like, dude, stop doing that.
That's right. You didn't afford yourself the time to train them properly, and they're suffering and they look bad, but really it was your fault because you didn't plan properly.
Yep. Yep. And I know you got the same philosophy, dude. I'm the same way. It's like, everything is my fault. Like, if that didn't work out, I either didn't hire the right person or I didn't train them.
Yep.
So,
and then one of the other things too, I've learned over the years too, is we always try to find that perfect applicant on paper, and we'll fail 100 times because, I mean, paper's paper and you're looking for everybody to hit those wickets. But really, if they can fill out the application, give them a call first, because when it comes to paperwork, I'm not that great. You put me on the field, I'm pretty good at it. So a lot of times we're just sitting there just going through like, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. But if you get them on the phone and get them actually showing up for the interview, which is half the battle nowadays, you might find somebody that's actually really good. And all it takes is a little bit of your training and knowledge to develop them to great technicians, great leaders. So
yeah,
don't
man.
get caught up on that resume.
Yep. Well, I mean, if you don't mind, like, can you walk us through what your process is for finding, sourcing, training an employee, like the Cliff Notes version of it?
Yeah, so I mean, we're very fortunate. We've learned over the last 2 to 3 years. We used to use Indeed and Facebook and had very poor results, and we always had to pay for Indeed to get decent candidate flow coming through. And the reason why with that, and this is the most instrumental thing we've done to our applications, is instead of putting the hourly, we change it to weekly. So everybody looks at like the $15 to $20 an hour, like, yeah, whatever, so. But if you put the weekly with including their tips and possible bonuses, it makes it look like a more attractive number. So now you're getting more people to at least apply to that. I mean, obviously, we're not lying or stretching the truth. We're showing what is possible.
Yeah.
So that really helped with the lead flow. And up until about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I used to do all the interviewing, the hiring, onboarding process, and like that. And now my team does everything. Like today, I just happened to pop in the office, and Patrick, my sales manager, he had an interview in there, and I think he hired him on the spot right there. But yeah, they fill out the application. Then Liz, our office manager, she'll read the application. She weeds them pretty good, pretty see who can at least follow instructions, gives them a call, tries to at least get them on the phone, see if they're can talk and hold a conversation. And then once they get past that, she'll schedule an interview date. We usually do set dates, Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. We don't want to do 9, 10, or 11 o'clock because we start our day at 7 o'clock. So if you can't show up for an interview at 7 o'clock, then you're not going to show up for work. So
Yep.
that's the thing that really helped us weed out the ones who are just filling out applications to fill them out. So we just have set days for that. And then we have a list of questions that we ask everybody. I think it's like 15 questions, somewhere around there, about job history, their goals in life, their passions, what they're looking for, their strengths and weaknesses. And once they come through our office too, we have, like I said, we talk about culture a lot. Everything in our office is built around that culture. We don't have pictures on the wall of, success with random actors and sports players. We have all our team on the walls, and we show them like what this is. Like, this was our Christmas party. This was a fishing trip that we did. And we get them excited because that's real people. That's people they're about to connect with. And the goal of that is to eventually get them to say, you know what, I want to be on that wall one day. So they have that buy-in already. They're like, this is great. This is home. This is a place where I can feel like I can work. So that really helps deliver when we do our onboarding or our interview process too with them, because it makes them feel more comfortable, not a number, not a person. They can be part of the team and the family.
Yep. Absolutely, dude. I love that. Just being able to walk in and get that warm environment, like, yeah, you're not just a number. And whether you guys want to believe it or not, a lot of you out there say like, oh, we have great company culture, this and that. Probably don't. So you got to be willing to make changes and grow. So I mean, on the company
I,
culture. Oh yeah, go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'll say a caveat on that. I mean, I literally just sent out a survey to my entire team 3 weeks ago just to kind of gauge the temperature and everything. And, I preach it and I talk about it, and we thought everything was perfect. And we learned a couple things too. So, I mean, coming from a guy who loves culture and really thinks he's doing everything right, sometimes there are some holes in the ship that need to get plugged. And it's good to talk to them, because that's part of that culture, is that open communication, so that if there is something wrong, they feel comfortable. And people wrote down everything, and it was great to be able to read it, because some things were like, this feels really, really good. It's backing everything we're doing. And this one was like, wow, I didn't realize this was happening. Sometimes we get our blinders on. So it's engage with them and talk to them and get that feedback, because just because we think it's going good doesn't mean it's perfect. So it's
Yep.
important to have that open line of communication with your team. And that's the
Yep.
other key thing too. This is just my little personal thing. I like to use team, not employees. And
Totally.
this kind of changes the whole dynamic of things. Like, when you're on a sports team, the coach doesn't call them by his employees, they're the teammate, so we drive that word and really try not to ever use the word employee. I don't even think it's in any of our like onboarding paperwork. So
Yep.
it's just another thing.
Yeah, I love that. We have the same thing in our legacy coaching group. You're not allowed to call people employees, man. They're
Yeah.
part of the team, and everyone plays an integral role of the team. So no
Yep.
one's better than another. We're all just a part of the organization.
That's right.
Yeah. So then what are some other like cool things you guys are doing to improve the company culture? Like maybe compensation structures, or you said you're doing like fishing trips and stuff like that. Like tell a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we just recently, like I said, hired the general manager, and he's kind of going through the whole company, talking with everybody and just seeing how everything's looking, so we can come up with some ideas to possibly make working with us more attractive and retain everybody that is with us. We have a great retention program with everybody. I mean, we do offer medical benefits. We just went and did a half day on Friday. We did pizza in a parking lot. It wasn't supposed to be a parking lot, but a job went a little bit longer. So we actually brought the entire crew to the parking lot. We had pizza and some drinks out there, and then we did an hour of laser tag, and that was so much fun. It was like just nonstop, 1 hour, sweating, running, playing. Two teams. We had actually Patriot Illumination versus Cape Fear Pro Wash, so that was pretty cool. And we like to just have fun. Like last week, I believe it was, our general manager came and cooked breakfast during the Christmas light season. I'm in there at least once a week cooking breakfast for everybody. And we just get to know everybody too. That's important because yes, they work for you, but they also have outside lives and things that are important to them. So it should be important to you as well. If they need help, they're going on vacation or trying to get married or buy a house, things like that. So that really helps drive that culture as well, because they know they feel valued. They're not just that number checking in and checking out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And as business owners, we're always looking to get the most out of our team. Like, oh man, I want them to work really hard and stay late and go the extra mile and take care of things. I want them to act like an owner, and be a good representative. And it's like, what are you doing to promote them to feel like they're a part of the team or a part owner in the business? And I think that's where a lot of people miss the mark. And I just have a rule that I always try to give 3 times the value that I ask for someone in return. So I'm trying to always stay ahead on those deposits, man. Like,
Yeah.
how can I just keep depositing into people's lives? And then when I'm like, dude, JC, like, I need a solid favor out of you, man. Can you do this for me? It's like, I already know I'm ahead.
Right.
Like, I can cash in on it. But
Yeah.
man, so many people are just behind and they're just constantly like take. And they get burnt out, man.
Yeah, because without your team, I mean, what are you left with? You're left to work in the truck by yourself, answering the phone calls. So, I mean, they're so important, so valuable. They're our number one customer. I mean, without them, what do we have? Seriously, it's just we're back to that grinding every single day. So,
Yep. And I think a lot of people do it because they feel like they have to, like, oh, I got to keep them happy because they're out making me money and stuff. Like, dude, I love what you said at the beginning of this. You got to have fun with it. If you don't have fun, you're not going to stick with anything. Like, there's studies done that if you gamify things, like if you gamify weight loss or you make business ownership fun or whatever, you're going to continue to stick with it. So, I mean, I love that you're having fun with everything you do, and it's showing that people are staying around because of it.
yeah, and then that's like I said, people feel like they have to. And no, I want to do it. Like I want to do those things. I want to buy them the breakfast. I want to take them out to these company culture outings and things like that. It's just part of that fun package that attracts them and keeps them there with us.
Yep. Sweet. We got a comment on here. Chris said, "You're stuck doing what I'm out doing right now, closing jobs and hanging door hangers." Hey, we got to get a salesman on that, baby. Let's go. Cool, man. So you guys know that JC is going to be one of our speakers in MOAB. Super excited to have him out. Very thankful that you're coming and making the trip out. It's going to be an awesome trip. We're going to be riding side by sides together, staying at a really cool house. But what I'm really looking forward to is for you to get up there and be on our panel and answer questions. And then the breakout sessions are really dive deep with people in their businesses. Like, what are you most excited about helping people with when you get out there, and most excited about the trip?
Yeah, so the one thing I'm really excited about is, I mean, not only be able to speak about my story, is just be able to learn from others and their stories, because that's really where these intimate gatherings like you're doing here at MOAB, it's so important to be involved in these smaller settings, because it's easy to go to the big shows. You pay your $20, whatever, you get in there, you're surrounded by hundreds or 1,000 people, depending where you are. But everything gets lost so quick because it's like the shiny object, like, oh, look at this over here, or oh, let me hear this guy, or let me go over here. So it's going to be real nice just to be able to get involved with, I don't know how many, what do we have, like 20, 30 people going there now?
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, just be able to sit down and actually be able to like get to know everybody and just dive deep into what's what's their pain points, what's their strengths, what's their weaknesses. And really, I'm more excited to learn from these guys and what they're doing and how they've been so successful, no matter where they are, 6, 7, 8 figures and like that. So that's really what I'm looking forward to. And again, I've done one other small event like this, and I'm more attracted to the events like yours that you're putting on here than I am the big ones, because I've done the big ones. And again, you get so much at once, and you try to go home and take care of all that, and it's just like you get home, you're like, I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
But with these, you can just really dive deep and probably solve a lot of your problems while you're there.
Yeah.
So that it's just so much more value in that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome, man. It's so true. When you're in a big room like that, you're not really getting those personal connections with people. And the one thing that I like about these events is I always say it goes beyond the event. So, I mean, dude, we're going to be exchanging cell phone numbers. We're going to be telling personal stories, having a couple beers, hanging in the hot tub, that kind of stuff. And riding side by side together, like, spending 3 days together as a team. And from there, we're going to develop friendships and relationships. Yep. And what comes out of that is like, dude, 6 months down the line, we're like, dude, I need a favor. Like, do you know a lender who can get me a loan on this? Like, boom, I got you. Here's my guy. Like, it's not just go there and get some information and go home. So I love that, man.
Yeah, the networking is just it's the most valuable thing you can get out of small groups like you're doing right now. Is so important. And it used to just be just going and cashing in those tickets and all that stuff. But for me nowadays, no, it's events like this that really matter to me now.
Yeah, sweet, man. It's going to be awesome. Guys, I don't know if you saw my post earlier, but we had one of the guys who's in our Inner Circle Mastermind that unfortunately isn't able to make the trip. So I'm opening up one more spot for someone to come out there. So if you guys want to get in on this trip, please DM me ASAP. Like I just posted a couple hours ago. It'll probably get sold out by the end of the day. Selling this last ticket at $29.97, just get someone in there and want to help people as much as we can. And, you're going to be surrounded by winners at this event. I mean, people that are doing big things that are going to sit down and work with you, build your business with you, and have a lot of fun too. So we've got a lot of money tied up in some awesome side-by-sides at a cool house. And I want to be clear too, for you guys coming out riding side-by-sides, like we're not going to go on like a little bunny trail and do like a little tour around. Like we're going to be climbing some stuff, dude. It's going to be awesome.
I got to change my wardrobe. I was expecting, like, I'm going to Vegas tomorrow, and I thought it was going to be warm, and I can't believe how cold it's going to be. I actually love it. So it'd be nice to be sit outside at night with a cigar and just enjoy the cool weather. So I got to literally repack my whole bag now.
Yeah. Bring the hoodies out, man. We'll get fire going.
Yep.
I paid extra, so we get the pool heated. So we got this huge pool and hot tub. Got a theater room at the house. I mean, it's going to be awesome. So, dude, I'm super excited that you're coming out, man.
I can't wait. I'm so blessed and honored that you have me a part of this. And I cannot wait to meet everybody out there. And I'm looking forward to the side by sides. But I tell you what, now that we got some cooler weather and the fire at night, that's gonna be fun too. A lot of good talking there.
Yeah, dude. I want to introduce you to Brian. He's my business partner with Legacy. You guys got a lot in common, and that's his favorite things. He's like the late night conversations over a drink or in the hot tub or whatever. He's like, that's where the real breakthroughs come in. And I just want to hit that point one more time that like that's just a unique value. Like when you go to a conference or you go to a seminar or something, you go there and then you go and you do your thing around town and whatever, but that's where like being in a room with these guys, like you're just inundated with it. Like you can't escape it. You can't be like the one guy doing their own thing. I actually went to a conference one time and I didn't go to any of the sessions. I just like bailed and like no one noticed I was there. And there was only like 300 people at the conference. So like it was just one of those things. But like this, man, you're gonna be inundated with awesome people and people that are at all different levels, 6, 7, and 8 figure businesses. So it'll be really cool.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And what are we almost 8 days away?
9 days? A week. It's gonna be Monday. Get there on Sunday, so we're less.
Oh Jesus, yes. That's
right.
We're
good there Sunday.
Yeah, yes. Wow, 6 days away.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It's coming up. Yeah, man. So any closing thoughts? End with a cool story or some type of thing that you're working on or something to motivate people.
No, I mean, honestly, you mentioned that you got that ticket open up. That's just an incredible opportunity for somebody who's been on the fence about it. So if you thought about it or looking forward to the next time, I would definitely jump on that ticket and get out there. What's going to be better than hanging out with 25 other business owners in a large mansion and riding side by side? So I'm pumped. I can't believe it's 6 days away, because I literally go from Vegas and I'm hopping a ride down with somebody else going from Vegas straight to there. So
Sweet.
it's gonna be a good time.
Don't lose all your money in Vegas, dude.
No. I'll be running. Hopefully we got some runners. I want to do some running events in the morning while we're there.
Heck yeah. There's gonna be a lot of good views for that, dude.
Yes.
So sweet. JC, I appreciate your time, man. Appreciate you coming out. It's gonna be awesome. We will see you next week.
All right, boss. Take care.
See you, man.